Justin Dunk alongside the championship trophy for the Prairie Football Conference. We are lucky to have two members of the Regina Thunder in the house, plus the trophy in the Harvard Studio 620 Lounge. Running back Sadik Sadik is right beside me, and defensive back Adam King is on my far right. This is our Saskatchewan Community Focus segment, brought to you by Saskatchewan Seniors Mechanism, working towards quality of life for all older adults. Learn about home supports and SSM programs at skseniorsmechanism.ca. And there's a connection between the Regina Thunder and Saskatchewan Roughriders. That would be linebacker Stephen Smith, and it's part of the reason why Corey Mace and Trevor Harris have been paying attention to the Thunder's 2024 season.
If it works out, I would love to, man, just to support. Obviously, I was lucky enough to be asked to go speak with the team prior to their season. It's incredible what they're doing and what they're building. Obviously, the streamline with Stephen being here. We had an offensive lineman here. Caleb was here with us for a little bit as well for a couple of weeks. The trend that they're going on, it's awesome for football in Regina. So if it plays and time plays out that I can make it, no doubt that'd be sweet. But I know it's on Sunday, which is our rundown day, and we're planning for playoffs, so no promises, but wish him nothing but the best, man.
Kind of ask Steven every week how's things going, because you see him come in there, getting in the tubs, he's a little sore and stuff, and so you're like, how'd it go, Steve? So every week he kind of has been updating me, and so it's just been really awesome to see him and see his development, come to practice every single day. He, in Thurman's hip pocket, learning lots from him, and he's talked to me about how much he's learned from Thurman, and he's been a good guy for us to have around.
What do you guys think it's like to have Stephen Smith on your team that plays with you? Obviously is great, just like you two are too. You're both PFC All-Stars, and then goes to Riders practice as well. So Sadiq, I'll start with you.
At the end of the day, it's definitely a grind for him. Putting in all that work, going from here to there or there to us. But we love having him with us and learning everything from the guys at the next level and then bringing that to our game. It's incredible.
What do you think, Adam?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. He's definitely like the defensive leader for our squad, right? So it's cool what he brings from the CFL and the Riders over to our practice and how we kind of integrate it and how much learning we've done just based off his experiences with the Riders. So it's been awesome.
I want to get into both of your personal stories. We're with the Regina Thunder champions, two of the members of the team who won the Prairie Football Conference championship, upsetting Saskatoon at their field last week. This week they host the Canadian Junior Football League semifinal. Sadiq, I want to start with you because your family moved here from Ghana. Why did your family come to Canada, and how did you end up in Regina?
A big part of that was my dad. He was going to school. And then after school, he ended up getting a job. They were in the States, and then they came to Canada. We originally were in Calgary, so my brother and I, we moved with my mother. We joined them. Then my dad got a promotion. He got a job out here in Regina, and that's how we ended up here.
And you've been here ever since?
Yeah.
And what sport did you start playing, and how did you get into football?
Soccer. Originally, I was a soccer player. Had soccer dreams. I was going to go to the World Cup and all that. So, that was a big part of it.
The men's national team, Canada, was just in the World Cup. You never know.
That's what I'm saying, man. So, hey, who knows? Maybe we could still do that. But, yeah, no, that was originally the thought. And then I played basketball in elementary, a little bit of high school. And from there on, the football coach at Johnson, he just called me out, told me to come to spring camp. And I've done that, and I'm fortunate enough to have great coaches, you know what I mean? Dylan Hart, Deke Jr., Jason Jansen, and I just fell in love with the game, and I've been playing ever since.
How did you start playing running back?
Funny story, actually. Spring camp, right? First play I run a hook. This was 2016, 17?
Okay.
Something like that. I run a hook, catch ball, boom, safety knocks me out. Craziest thing that's ever happened. First time ever catching the ball. First time ever getting in spring camp. And then from there on, just I think it was just moving around, trying to see where I fit best because I'd never been a part of the sport before, right? And then I guess they just thought running back was the best fit for me, and that's just what it's been ever since.
Man, you had a great season. You led the Prairie Football Conference in rushing touchdowns with 106 carries for 781 yards. You also had a couple receiving touchdowns as well. Outstanding. You had a key touchdown in the PFC title game, too. Let's talk a little bit of defense. Adam, how did you get into football being born and raised in Regina?
Yeah, I think it started with my dad. He was a big Rider fan and CFL fan, and he'd always have games on the weekend, and I'd always be on the couch watching with him, kind of picking his ear, like asking questions. So like I grew a love for the game quite early, and then grew up playing RMF, played all 7 years, I believe it was, and then went to Campbell Collegiate, played 2 years there. Actually played linebacker in my grade 11 year, then safety my grade 12 year, and the Thunder offered me, was kind of like my only offer actually coming out of high school. So I went with them, local team, knew a lot of the guys, and it's worked out quite well. But yeah, I've always loved football. It started from a young age, and just glad that I can still be doing it to this day.
You're a Prairie Football Conference all-star, one of the backbones of the defense. I know Stephen Smith, you mentioned, is the leader, but you've had some strong play as well. How do you feel like the Thunder were able to pull the upset over the Saskatoon Hilltops, who had, I guess we'd call it a high-octane offense, and Trey Reeder was the PFC MVP for what he had done through the air?
Yeah, I think it kind of stems from our culture and like us, our unit in the locker room. No one knows our team better than we know ourselves, and people looking in from the outside might have been like, oh, the Hilltops beat us twice, like they're gonna win clean, but we had belief and trust in each other, and the coaches did a great job preparing us too, and kind of realizing what they did good against us in the first 2 games and what we needed to work on, and we had a really good game plan, and we executed, and we just had belief. Like that, I think that's what it boils down to. We knew we could do it, and we went out there and we did it.
What was that moment like to hoist the trophy on Saskatoon's home field? Adam, I'll start with you.
It was special. Me being on the field for the last play of the game and just like having all those emotions kind of run through you, knowing that you finally did it, and you're the PFC champions, right? It was very special. A lot of adrenaline at first, like you don't even know what to think. Like you're just in pure euphoria, so happy to get the job done, and then you're just hugging everyone you see. You're so happy for your brothers, and the reason why you play is for the boys. So it was special.
Sadik, what was that moment like?
It was surreal, man. I honestly, it took me a while to take it in. You know what I mean? That very last play, watching King and Burke just on Dougie and then just knocking that ball out, and I didn't know what to do. If you saw the broadcast, you see me thinking to run on the field, run off the field. I didn't want to get on, then throw a flag because I was on the field. Play wasn't over. It was just so many emotions, man. And at some point, I think I just broke down. I just started crying. I just couldn't take it, man. And it was great. Going in, I told the fellas, I didn't want my last game to be in Saskatoon. You know what I mean? That's not how I wanted to end my season. And so we just went out there and we played our hearts out, and at the end of the day, we came out with it.
What was it like for you to score in the PFC title game?
It was great.
And a pivotal touchdown at that.
It was great. It was great. You know what I mean? I always talk about how I want to be, an impact player on the field, to be able to do things, whether I have the ball in my hands or not, you know what I mean? I'll go out there and be a decoy if that's what needs to be. So the fact that I was able to, have a hand in us winning that game, it was very, very special. Very special.
Man, it was an awesome upset that you guys pulled. And I think you're right. I don't think a lot of people were thinking that it was going to happen, but you go out there, you get it done. We heard Corey Mace off the top as we're live here inside Harvard Studio 620 Lounge with Sadik Sadik, running back for the Regina Thunder, PFC champion Regina Thunder, I should say, and Adam King, a defensive back. Are there any words that Corey Mace said to you guys at the start of the season that you remember or that resonated with you going into or after the championship game?
I would say this, when me and Sadik went to the free agent camp that the Riders held, and he kind of talked to us and stuff, but at the end of the day, it's football. That's what he says. It's you got to put in the work. Lots of these different teams and different levels of football, it just ramps up the work ethic and how hard you grind. But at the end of the day, you're going out and you're playing the same sport. You're still playing football, so enjoy it. Just work your butt off, and good things will come. So I really valued the experience with Corey and some of the other coaches that we got to meet there at the free agent camp and stuff.
What about your experience there, Sadik?
100%. It was great, you know what I mean? And I did learn a lot from being there in terms of like how to play and get prepared mentally. And like he said, when Corey was talking about it just being football, you know, that's one of the things that I really took from it. You know, a lot of the times you go into a game overthinking about what's going to happen, what you're going to do, what somebody else is going to do. And, you know, like you got to take a step back and just relax. I remember you've been doing this for a long time. You're just going to go out there and do exactly what you've been doing for for however long you've been playing the ball. And it's just football.
Have both you guys been Riders fans since you moved here, Sadik, and Adam, since a kid?
Yeah, I've been a Rider fan since growing up, and I mean, Wes Cates is over here. Like, seeing him, that was pretty cool. Like, I used to watch him when I was a kid running the rock and stuff, and Darian Durant. Like, yeah, I've been a fan for quite some time, yeah.
Were those some of your favorites, or was it a defensive player that's your favorite Rider of all time?
I remember Tyron Brackenridge was cool when he was here. Safety, obviously, what I play. Rob Begg, Weston Dressler, you know, some iconic guys. Yeah, there's a few in there.
Sadik, what about you? Do you have any favorite current Riders or all-time Riders, or did you get ingratiated into Rider Nation after you moved here?
I definitely got ingratiated.
Yeah,
I got ingratiated into it. You know, like I said, I came from Calgary, so I'm a Stampeders guy. But now, you know, obviously, no. I've changed now. I'm a ride or die, man. Rider for life. That's what it is.
Are there any Rider running backs in history that you've liked through the years that you've maybe taken skill sets and tried to put it into your game?
I'm still trying to learn the players. That's what it is. So I'll have an answer for you later on.
Got you. We'll set you up with Wes Cates.
Please
He's
do.
one of the best running backs in Riders history. I'm sure he can give you some tips. So, guys, what's it going to take? CGFL National Semifinal, 1 p.m. Leibel Field on Sunday. You play the Okanagan Sun. Adam, I'll start with you. How do you slow down this running game that the Sun are going to bring in here?
Yeah, we put in some things already. Don't want to give away too much, but we got a pretty good plan for them. And, like, our defense just relies on 12 guys doing their job. There's no individuals that like stick out like, oh, we need Stephen Smith to make every tackle. If he's in position to make the tackle, he'll make the tackle. If I'm in the position to make the tackle, I'll make the tackle. So we're not doing anything outlandish or like over the top that we're trying to do to stop the run. If we play sound defense, we'll be all right. And then we just got to have that mindset like, Last week's in the past. Yes, we're the PFC champions, but we want bigger goals. We have bigger things in mind, and tomorrow afternoon it's beating the Okanagan Sun and having a chance in the national final the following weekend. So that's got to be our mentality.
Sadik, how do you approach going against the Okanagan Sun defense?
Well, you know, I might sound like a broken record right now because I've been saying this every week, but we need to come out hard. You know what I mean? We need to hit them before they hit us. We need to come out and we need to make them adjust to our game. We're not adjusting to anybody else's game. So we need to come out and play straight Regina Thunder football. You know, everybody's doing their jobs to the best of their ability, whether you're involved in the play or not. Because at the end of the day, everything you do is going to affect the play. You know what I mean? So we just need to come out and we need to do what we do, what we've been doing for every week, and the results will speak for themselves.
What would it mean to you guys if Corey Mace or some of the Riders show up at the game? That's what I asked him, if he was going to have a chance to get there. It is their rundown day, but game's about 2.5, 3 hours long. He seemed to even give the idea that there might be a chance he could show up. So, Adam, would that mean something to the team? Would you guys notice it, or would you be locked into the game?
I mean, it'd be cool to kind of see afterwards, but like obviously in the game you're gonna be locked in. But no, it's cool, like local supporting local. You know. This is professional football. The Saskatchewan Roughriders are a professional football team, so obviously their head coach being at our game would be really cool. And it's just cool to see all the support that we're getting. I mean, even being here right now, it's a privilege, right? So we just got to take in every moment and be grateful for the opportunity.
I heard it's going to be loud and proud at Leibel Field. Like, tickets are going fast. They're going to fill the grass hill around the outside. What's that atmosphere like to play in, Sadik?
It's electric, you know what I mean? It's loud, it's wild, and, you know, at the end of the day, we can't let that distract us from doing our jobs. But no, it's great. It's great. You know what I mean? Having a big run, getting a big hit, and you just hear the whole stadium just erupt, man. It's great to play in.